Hey, what's going on, guys? The Horror Man back on day 25 of Universal Monster Mayhem with my review of Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein.
They did the mash. They did the monster
Mayhem. Released in 1948, Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein once again brings the three Universal monster icons, Frankenstein's monster, Dracula, and the Wolfman, together in one film. This here is my MCA home video VHS release, and I absolutely love this cover art. Jason and I actually already reviewed this movie during the Terror in the Aisles challenge, so I will link that review on the end screen of this video. Because we've discussed this at length before, I will try to keep this one brief. I've already given a synopsis in that previous review video. So if you haven't seen Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein, and you haven't watched that first review, please go back and do so. I'll use this time to spend a few minutes talking about what I love about the film. First, the opening animation. It's so cool and so nostalgic. I'm glad I get to mention it now, because I believe I forgot to do so last time. Abbott and Costello are great as Chick and Wilbur, respectively. They play porters in this movie. This comedy duo was often imitated, but very rarely replicated. Their dynamic and chemistry and comedic timing were next to perfect. Glenn Strange reprises his role from House of Dracula as Frankenstein's monster. Lon Chaney Jr. once again returns as Larry Talbot, the Wolfman. But maybe the biggest return of all is Bela Lugosi, finally reprising his role as Count Dracula. I always found it interesting that he never reprised the role in any of the Universal Dracula sequels, but he did return as Dracula in Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein. That alone makes this an even better monster mash, or monster mayhem, than House of Dracula, in my opinion. That movie, which acted as a finale to the three main franchises, is sort of ignored in this film. I look at Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein as more of an alternate universe Universal classic monster movie. All three of those major monsters are fantastic here. I actually prefer Bela as Dracula in this movie than in the original Dracula. Glenn Strange is great as Frankenstein's monster. And Lon Chaney Jr. as Larry Talbot is still my favorite character in the Universal Classic Monster universe. Poor Larry, he always tries so hard. Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein has a great atmosphere, and maybe some of the best settings in all of the Universal Classic Monster universe. McDougal's House of Horrors is probably my favorite of all. I mean, it's Abbott and Costello in a house of horrors. It's amazing. We also get Dracula's castle in this, as well as a masquerade party. If that's not enough, it all leads up to what is probably my favorite ending in all of the Universal Classic Monster movies. I still remember being completely blown away the first time I watched it. Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein is easily one of, if not the most entertaining film in this entire box set, and that's saying a lot. It works as a horror comedy and as a Universal classic monster movie. And even better, it's absolutely one of the best in both of those categories. It's such a fun time. What do you think about Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein? Comment below and let me know. And please be sure to check out Jason's review. Tune in tomorrow for day 26 of Monster Mayhem. Until then, thanks for watching, guys. Hit that thumbs up and, be kind, subscribe.